What's up guys, I'm 𝔸𝕬𝕝. In today's video we're going to be doing some full coverage glam using drugstore products. Recently on the channel we've been doing more like makeup, no makeup, clean girl kind of aesthetic makeup, but I thought I should even it out with some full coverage makeup. Most of the base products that we're going to be using today is by L'Oreal. L'Oreal is one of my favorite brands when it comes to complexion products. Like, I love their foundation, the concealer is amazing, and I also picked up their new bronzer, so we're going to be trying that out today as well. So if you guys are interested in that, please keep on watching. I'm going to start off this video by saying that most of these products can be found on Amazon. Like, when I was preparing for this video, I had to re-up on some of my products, and I just went on Amazon and ordered it and got it within 2 days. I was thinking of doing like a full face of Amazon products for you guys. Like, Amazon is really that place to go when it comes to buying drugstore makeup and getting it on sale. So if you guys are interested, you could go ahead and check out my Amazon shop now, but I'm going to be adding more things to it. I don't have a primer from L'Oreal, but we're going to be using the e.l.f. Puff Puff primer. This is like one of my favorite primers. It's more of a moisturizing primer. And since we're doing like more of a full coverage kind of foundation, I would like my base to be very moisturized. L'Oreal has some amazing foundation products. The thing that really got me started on L'Oreal's foundation was the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This to me is probably one of the best foundations you can get at the drugstore. It looks absolutely amazing on the skin, and I showed you guys this recently in my clean girl makeup video. This is the True Match Nude tinted serum. It's bomb. It's bomb AF. It looks so beautiful on the skin, but we're going to be using this one today. I have it in the shade 510. It has a pump, which is nice, and I'm going to just apply it with a brush. I haven't used this foundation in a while, so I think I might be a little bit darker, but I'm going to make this work. Oh no, it's kind of settling into the right color. Okay, so this is what one layer of the foundation is looking like compared to the side where I don't have any on, and it's like looking pretty glowy and it's doing pretty good on the coverage. I mean, I could go back in with another layer to cover my dark spots, and then to make sure I have an even layer of foundation, I'm going to just take a wet sponge and tap it in. Okay, and this is what one layer is looking like. I love this foundation. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. Next up is like a real gem. It's their Infallible full wear concealers. Like, these are amazing. I remember talking about them on my channel a very long time ago, but I'm still obsessed with them. I have 4 shades in front of me right now, but we're going to be using 3 of them. One to contour, one to brighten, and one to correct. The shade I'm using for corrector is 415 Honey, and this one is pretty close to my skin complexion. Usually I would put concealer around my mouth to correct, but it looks pretty decent right now, but I'm gonna add just a little bit around my mouth. I love this color. Like, in person it has like a peachy tone, and peach is the corrector shade for medium deep skin tones, so this will do a good job at evening out any darkness. This concealer, you could allow it to set a little bit, but you don't really need to. Like, if you leave it too long, it will set. So I'm just gonna go in and press it in with the brush that I use for my foundation. Like, I haven't done full coverage makeup in a very long time. To highlight, we're gonna use the shade 405 Toffee, which is pretty bright. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to mix this. I forgot to mention, pretty much every product that I've put my hands on in today's video is scented. So if your skin doesn't like scented products, these products aren't for you. It's like a light fragrance in all of it, even down to the concealer. I'm not sure how it's picking up on camera, but even this concealer has a little bit of a peach undertone. Even though I just applied it, I could already see it setting. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of my glowy setting spray on my concealer brush and blend this in. Oh, that is such a good concealer. Like, can you guys see how flawless under my eyes look? This looks so good. Like, it brought the brightness and then it still has a good amount of coverage. See how this looks very harsh? We're just gonna take our foundation brush and just blend that in, because I like everything to look seamless and just blend perfectly. Like, you guys see the difference? Like, you should always just keep your foundation brush handy, because it will always help you blend out anything that looks a little bit too harsh, since it already has your foundation shade on it. And this concealer pretty much sets on its own. Like, if you don't have really creasy under eyes and you don't like setting powder, you could just leave it as it is. It's pretty much set, but I need the powder. So I'm gonna put one more layer of this concealer on, like just one more, not even a lot, just like right here. I'm gonna let that set a little bit while I do my bronzer shade. For bronzer, we're using the shade 440 Truffle. I picked this up on Amazon. I think I went a little bit too dark, so we're just gonna add like the smallest amount. This is such a rich chocolate color. It's so pretty. Okay. Yeah, that is way too dark, but that's good though, because I don't even think this is their darkest concealer, and if it looks like this, I could only imagine how dark the foundations must go. Yeah, you can't even go too heavy on that. Oh yeah, that is way too dark for me, but it's working. Oh yeah, that looks good. I think it's because I'm using this foundation brush that it's kind of like evening it out. Okay, that's giving snatched, honey. I'm just in awe at how flawless my skin looks. It looks so good. Yeah, see, this one already started to set. Like, this concealer is no joke. And I'm not gonna put any on my nose. I'm gonna just hope that there's enough on this brush. And then I'll also go in with the powdered bronzer. That was enough for my nose, just that little tiny bit. Just make sure you get in all those creases. That looks so good. I do not have a favorite drugstore setting powder. I'm not even gonna fake the funk for you guys. So I'm gonna be using my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder to set under my eyes. If you guys have a setting powder from the drugstore that you guys love, y'all let me know, because setting powder is just one of those things I do not play with, because it will make or break your look, especially if your under eyes crease like mine's. And I'm going to set it one more time with an actual loose powder just to lock this concealer in place. The Mented does make a very good setting powder, and you can buy Mented cosmetics at the drugstore. I just don't know where I put it. Yeah, I've been looking for that powder for almost a year now and I cannot find it. So I'm going to be using my Pat McGrath setting powder. It's a little bit lighter than the Laura Mercier. It's not a really thick powder. And I just like to make sure I leave enough in those creases, because they will crease on me regardless of how amazing a concealer is. L'Oreal does make powder foundation, but I haven't tried it out yet. But I do have the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Mattifying powder. We're using it in the shade Mocha. I love this powder. It's not like really heavy on the coverage, but it does a pretty good job at setting your makeup. And I use this to kick off my powder. So it's like taking away the ashiness and setting my makeup all at the same time. Okay, so right now I'm looking and feeling a little bit dry, but we're gonna apply the bronzer first, and then we're gonna use a glowy setting spray to like even everything all out. But we're looking flawless, and that's the point of today's video. Okay, so we're gonna be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer, and we have it in the shade 450 Deep Tan. There's quite a few shades. I don't know if this is dark enough for me, but we're going to see how this works out. Okay, I can see that. It's giving me more warmth because the concealer that I used was pretty cool toned. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That is so pretty. Like, I've been on the hunt for a new drugstore bronzer. Like, my favorite bronzer was also from L'Oreal, but I don't think they sell it anymore. So this is a nice trade in. Oh yeah, she's that girl. This is really pretty, and I also bought this on Amazon as well. Like, with Amazon, I was able to like pre-order this before it came out, so that's also a cool thing with Amazon. You could do pre-orders. Wow, I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm gonna use some of the bronzer on, like, in my eye area, like just on the lid. I have a blush from their Age Perfect collection, and this is in the shade Berry. The Age Perfect collection is also amazing. I have like a putty foundation from them that I have yet to try from that collection, and I think they have like a tinted moisturizer serum as well. But yeah, we're gonna try this blush. So pretty. Wow. Since we're looking pretty matte today, I'm going to use a little bit of this highlighter from Milani. This highlighter has me shook. Like, I've had it for a while and I didn't want to use it because it's like rose gold. I don't really like rose gold highlighters, but it makes like the prettiest topper on top of a blush. It's so pretty. And I'm gonna apply some onto my lids as well. Since I didn't really focus on eyeshadow today, I'm just gonna use what I already got. Just put this all over the lid. By the way, this highlighter is called Rosa Italiana. It's like so pretty. I feel like I've been saying that this whole video. These drugstore products are really like blowing it out the water. Like, look at my skin. Look at my skin. Nothing I used was more than like $10 per product, and that's insane because my skin looks absolutely flawless. Okay, well, except the under eye powder, but everything else. Okay, so now we're gonna use this Luminous setting spray by Morphe. You guys know this is my tried and true. It's my absolute favorite glowy setting spray. And spray a little on my sponge. Make sure it's all tapped in. And this makes a huge difference. Like, I wish I knew this method before when I was like starting off doing makeup, because I always felt like even with setting powder, my under eyes looked really dry and cakey. But if you use like a glowy setting spray and like just tap everything in, it takes away that dry cakey look from under the eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back and this is the final look. I look absolutely flawless. Look at my skin, guys. Look at that. It's full coverage and I still look glowy. It's very much giving, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's full coverage and it's summertime, I would definitely still wear this look. You know, I live in Miami. I would prefer light coverage, but if I had to go to an event and I wanted my makeup to last throughout the whole event, I would definitely use these products again. Like, amazing, flawless, it's giving. Like, oh, on my lips I used some nude lip products from the Lip Bar. I used the lip liner in Straight Living. And you guys know how I am about lip liners. This one is perfect, and I believe it will be in the drugstore soon. And this new lip gloss is in the shade Ringleader, and the lip gloss is amazing as well. Like, I have a mole on my lip and you can't even see it. So yeah guys, that wraps up today's video. I had fun filming this. I haven't filmed in a little while, so it's always good to get back into it and try products that I haven't picked up in a while and actually come out with a look that I love. This look was so easy and hassle-free, and it looks flawless. So yeah guys, that wraps up today's video. If you enjoy videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If there's any other brands you would like me to try out, let me know down below. And if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.